Hello everyone, back with an IRS tax refund update. On today's episode, as we continue to monitor the latest when it comes to the ongoing refund delays many of you continue to experience this year, developing news this week which gave us an actual image inside one of the 3 tax processing centers left in the country and how bad things are really going when it comes to the processing of those tax returns and issuing of tax refunds. Now, this image was just taken this past week and posted online by the Treasury Department's Counselor of Tax Policy and Implementation at the Austin, Texas Processing Center. The picture shows how bad things have completely gotten, that they're now storing tax returns in the employee cafeteria, which is in the room you see here. Now, this is just one room of many rooms where returns and correspondence are being stored in, which also include warehouses, walkways, and hallways, taking up any available spot at the moment. Now, it is important for all of you waiting on your refunds to see this because it puts into visual perspective for one of the very first times this year how bad things really are and lets all of you know what you're truly up against in waiting for those tax refunds. Now, even though these are paper items, those of you electronic filers are also directly impacted by what you're seeing here. By now, many electronic tax filers have reported receiving one, if not multiple 60-day notices like seen here, which informs you that the IRS is waiting on your tax account information to be available on their computer system. And the question a number of you have asked is, where is this information? Well, it may very well be somewhere in this room, and that is because in many cases, the IRS still needs to process your employer's tax returns, which contain your wage information in order to process your own tax return to match the data you have entered. As of the last update, there are still over 3 million unprocessed employer tax returns, which is only making the delays in your refunds even worse. And as we stated before, everyone is way beyond excuses at this point. With anywhere between 10 to over 30 million tax returns that still need processing, these delays are impacting many of you on a daily basis, and you all deserve official clarification and most importantly, action in regards to what is going on. What we are witnessing on a daily basis amounts to not just one of the worst tax seasons on record, but one of the most inexcusable experiences you can be put through. Earlier this year, a tax examiner who works at the IRS Processing Center in Kansas City spoke to the Business Insider describing conditions at the facility, including running out of carts to put tax returns on, offices filled with paper that he had just enough room to walk to his desk, and countless amounts of time being spent on trying to find staples to complete his task in processing. In terms of dealing with the IRS computer system, he described the system similar to what you see here, indicating they are so old that it could take up to 30 minutes just to log into the system. Now, that is 30 minutes taken away from processing your tax returns and amounts to hours over the course of weeks and months. Now, we do know the IRS system is still using components from the 1960s and 70s to process those tax returns. Another way you're impacted by all of this is that employees from different departments are being taken away from their primary job duties and serving rotations in the mailroom. When the IRS receives an item in the mail, a machine opens it, followed by an employee taking the items out of the envelope and removing any checks to be processed for payments. The returns then in turn are forwarded to processing. Now, to give a further example of what the situation looks like from the inside, this is an image from another federal agency. This is the storage room at the Department of Veterans Affairs in North Carolina, but it is very safe to say that this is what it looks like at the 3 remaining IRS processing centers left in the U.S. It also does have to be mentioned that the processing center in Austin was actually scheduled to be closed. However, due to the backlog, that plan was canceled. But just imagine what the remaining 2 facilities would look like if that had happened. Following the closure of the Fresno, California processing center in 2019, there are only 3 of these facilities left in the country, located in Texas, Utah, and Missouri. With the lack of official updates and coverage, each and every one of you still waiting on your refunds is owed an update on anything that is happening in regards to this topic. Many of you continue to post daily the impact this has had on you, from losing your cars, to falling behind on rent, to not being able to pay essential bills. What is currently going on in today's economy, these refunds are more important than ever, and you deserve to receive them as these are each owed to you. Let us know in the comment section below what problem you're currently experiencing. In the meantime, we will keep monitoring the situation for further developments, so make sure to click on the thumbs up and subscribe button below for future updates on this channel, and thanks for watching.